Hey guys, it's John Lyons, broker and founder of Live 38 Real Estate. I've been a broker down here on 38 for almost 15 years, and here's the 3 questions that affluent buyers are asking me right now in this season. It is June 2026, and here's what I'm hearing. One is they're asking, what is the appreciation going to look like on 38 in the next 3 to 5 years? Obviously, this is a crystal ball question, but what I'm seeing is more and more demand. I'm seeing better and better homes being built, and I'm seeing a transition of what this market is. Previously in years, I've seen where I used to be a broker of a real estate company that managed lots of vacation rentals. And we would see lots and lots of buyers who are buying vacation rentals, and they needed that property to work financially. I mean, with a 20% down, it had to make money if they're going to be able to afford this, and if it couldn't, they wouldn't buy it. I don't see that as the market on 38 anymore. What I am seeing is more and more people who are more financially secure, stronger, are able to buy a $2-3 million property. It's not their first rodeo, and they're thinking about renting to offset costs, because they're thinking about it not just in napkin math, but they're thinking of just like income versus expenses. But they're thinking about, how many weeks would my family get to use this? How can I replace? I used to spend $25,000 a year coming down to 38. Now I can own this property, have my own vacations. I can even have more vacations. I can send my parents on vacation. I can send my friends on vacations. I can reward clients. I can reward business partners, et cetera, in different ways, looking at tax strategies, et cetera. And I'm seeing more and more people who are buying down here because they really want to, and it makes sense for their family. So I'm seeing that transition. And what I'm seeing is just a different market happening. And what I see personally this year in 2026, we're seeing about a 7% increase from last year. So compared to last year, we're seeing about a 7% increase. I think we're going to see something similar to that. I don't think we're going to have any huge jumps, but I think we are going to have a steady growth, 5 to 10% over the next 3 to 5 years. Who knows, we might see bigger, but I think what we're going to see on average is those numbers, and then even bigger for people who are renovating and building properties here on 38. There's lots and lots of opportunities for properties that are a 7 out of 10 in their looks, and they're gonna sell for a discount, and somebody's gonna come in, make them a little bit more functional, come in, put the effort, the creativity into it, and create properties that create much more demand and become more and more beautiful. So that's the growth I see, and also a little bit of market change. I know I answered a couple questions on that. I went a couple different directions there, but that's what I'm seeing in this market. 5 to 10% growth over the next 3 to 5 years, continually, and then even bigger spurts for the people who are willing to value those properties even more and more. So the second question is, which properties are the best rentals, and where's the best beach access around here? Because I've heard some of it's been lost. So 2, what I'm seeing is the best properties that are rentals is obviously properties that are going to be around Rosemary, Seaside, Watercolor, because that's where all the quote unquote attractions, things to do, great restaurants, farmers markets, things to do. They want to walk it. It's beautiful, obviously, around Alice as well. And those properties are going to rent really, really well, but the properties that are directly adjacent to those that are not in the community, let's say in Seagrove or in Seacrest or in Inlet, or in little pockets, those are the ones where they can use or take advantage of those communities, and the draw of them still have really high rentals, but not have to pay what it takes to be in that community completely. So I see that's some of the greatest ROI. And again, the people who are taking those properties and improving them, doing the right things to them, and then partnering with the right vacation rental companies to help market them. We can help guide you in all of those directions. And then 3, I'm seeing, this is connects to the first question a little bit, I'm seeing more and more people ask questions, are like, hey, I don't necessarily want to rent, so where are the properties at and the communities at that have some of the best privacy? Okay, if you're wanting to have a property that you can also rent, but most of the community does not, I can't think of a better option than Watersound Beach. Watersound Beach, Maine, Watersound Beach Peninsula, Watersound Beach Bridges, and then also Watersound West Beach. Those are incredible communities right there. They're all beachfront, so to speak, and a mile of private beach. You know, there's a few hundred homes in there, but hardly anybody's renting. If they do, it's very light. and you have that opportunity too. You have places like Draper Lake, which is incredible. I'm about to be in there later today for a client. Also places like the retreat at Blue Mountain for the West End. That's Draper Lake retreat at Blue Mountain. And then also places like there's White Cliffs, there's Sand Cliffs, Alice Beach. Although there's a lot of people going there, a lot of those don't rent because one, they just have so much cash. The people that buy there don't necessarily care to rent. But also two, you're having a lot of people that don't want to pay a 40%. You have to use Alice Beach and then you charge 40% to rent in there. Same thing with Kaya. Kaya is also going to be lower rentals, some rentals, but lower rentals. At Water Sound, Camp Creek, if you're like, hey, I just want a nice, big, beautiful house at the beach, I don't want to rent, Water Sound, Camp Creek is the best. If you want to actually live here, Water Sound Origins is a really popular option. There's also some little pockets up and down 38 that we teach you about. Heritage Dunes is another one. That one's in Seagrove. There's also Jasmine Dunes, which is in Seagrove. And a few little pockets. So there's lots of little pockets that exist, although they're hidden, as they should be, that are there. So hopefully this is helpful to you. Hopefully this video blesses you. And again, this is John Lyons, Live 38 Real Estate. What we want to do is, we are the company that is representing the heart and soul of what 30A is and what made 30A amazing. That's what we want to do. That's the people we want to work with. And we are, that's who we are. That's what we want to do. We want to stand up for what's right in this community and why everybody fell in love with this place, and represent Jesus the best way we possibly can all along the way, so that we create as many referrals and people and wonderful families that we get to work with. So hopefully that's helpful. 3 top questions that affluent buyers are asking me right now.